Yes guys, back with another video. So today I'm going to be showing you this n8n agent that I've been building for you guys, and what this agent is capable of actually doing is it's going to see if clients are at risk of churning based off of just data, which I'm going to show you throughout this video, or if they have an opportunity to be upsold onto something else. So obviously this agent is going to look through a Google Sheets, see what's what, obviously clean that data up a little bit, and then it's going to go through a filter path to see if they are at risk, or obviously if they could be upsold on something. Then from here, the AI agent is going to send an email, a personalized email, based on obviously if they can be upsold or if they are at risk of churning. And then they're going to have an AI that calls them, and it's all personal based on obviously like their name and what's wrong in the Google Sheets data. And obviously, like I said, I'll show you all this data as well. I'm also going to go through obviously the n8n automation and the basics of Synthflow as well. And also, just stick around for the end for this, because I'm going to be giving you all of this for free as well. I'm going to giving you the n8n JSON, and I'm going to be giving you all the prompting for the Synthflow agent as well, so you guys don't have to do anything. So let's just jump right into this. So guys, here's where we have this automation here. So we have the scheduled trigger. You can literally schedule this however often you want it. So obviously you can either use this in your client's business or your business. It completely up to you. We have get the client data. So this is the Google Sheets is going to be pulling it from. So obviously we've got the client name, company, the email, the phone, date since last contact, late payments over the last 3 months, satisfaction score, support tickets last month, monthly contract value. And obviously this will all depend on the data that you want to collect out of your clients or your Google Sheets. So these are the main important ones, I'd say, is the recent issues they might be having. So this person, obviously it's just a test, but they have a minor API integration questions, or this one they don't have any, they're very satisfied with it. And this person has delays in deliverables, and they have communication gaps as well. And also have success metrics. So that this person has 40% revenue growth, 65% lead increase, 25% conversion boost, and obviously you get all of that. So now we have the code here, and basically what this does is this just looks at that data just to see if that health score determines whether they are at risk of churning or they need to be upsold. And then we have the filter path here. So you want to have it as this, but when you download the JSON that I give you to import into n8n, I think all of this should just be done for you. But if not, you want to have obviously I haven't executed the previous nodes, but you will get the JSON risk level, and you want this to be equal to critical or whatever it is equal to, and then the same again here is equal to high, or the JSON upsell opportunity is equal to true, and then you'd have obviously a filter to whether they're at risk of churning or they can be there's an opportunity to upsell them. So it's just basically like the same here, and you guys can obviously see that and just basically copy this. But then we have the retention email, and I've like I said, with the JSON it should already be prompted all for you. But you want to put, let's say you don't have a health score, you don't have a risk level or satisfaction score within your table. You're just going to want to take it from here. So I'll actually I should execute it here. It might take a second, so I'll just pause it until it is done. So there we have it. It's obviously all green, and this means I'll actually just get rid of that, because I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, that means it's all working, obviously. So you can see all of the the data here, and then all of this here, and you can just literally drag and drop whatever yours is, like the adjacent company. You can drag and drop it into here, but it needs to be. Oh no, never mind. It doesn't need to be within. Doesn't matter. But obviously, I've prompted this. But if you don't like the prompt, this is just a basic prompt just to give to you, but you can obviously add on to this. So write a professional retention email, 150 to 250 words, that opens with genuine concern for their business success, acknowledges our relationship history and their importance as a client, references specific data points, satisfaction score, recent issues, communication gaps, addresses their recent challenges with empathy, offers concrete solutions, and then and you can end with, oh, this is actually done it. But Yeah, and with please book a priority consultation call out, and then you'll just put your calendar link or whatever your booking process is, so we can address these concerns immediately. And then here we have the send retention email, and obviously you'll just need to connect your email account. It's really easy. You can literally just sign in with Google or whatever account you want to send the email from. And then just to test this, I am using like my personal email just to get this message here. But yeah, well, once you've got this, you're going to want to drag and drop this into this bit here, and then you can just get rid of that. But you can just get the content actually, and drag and drop that into there like that, just that easy. And then obviously it will send that email there. But for this, obviously it's not going to go to your personal email. So what you want to do is go to get client data, and then literally drag and drop obviously the email into here, and that's going to map that field and then send it to the correct email. And then we have the HTTP request, and this is going to be the tricky part, but I'm going to use this one to actually show you how to set up your APIs and everything. So the method wants to be post, and this is the URL you want to have. You want to have the authentication as none, and then these are the fields that you're going to want to have. So you have your the authorization, have an authorization, and then bearer. You need to have bearer, and then your Synthflow API key. And I'll show you where your Synthflow API key. I will go over a full walkthrough of Synthflow, but just to get your Synthflow API key, what you want to do is obviously come into Synthflow, come down to settings, and then come down to I believe it's integrations, API keys, and then you'll just create a new API key, and then after bearer, you literally just paste your obviously API key into there, and then you also want to have content type application JSON. Also want to have a send body, and then JSON, using JSON. I'll show you this one here of what I have. So we have this here. So you want to have the model ID, and obviously you're going to have all of this, but obviously your model ID is going to be very different to my model ID. So to get this model ID, you obviously come back in. Once you've created an agent, it's within here. I'll show you when it loads. But you come into your agent, and then you'll literally copy this ID here. But yeah, as I said, I'll be going through all of this literally in a second. But yeah, that's that for setting up basically the ins and outs of setting up this n8n if you're having any problems with the import. Well, when you've imported the JSON. So now I've got to show you basically the basics of Synthflow, and just to come inside Synthflow, obviously it's a voice caller platform. I normally just use voice callers for using Synthflow. So to build an agent, you're going to want to come to obviously agents, and then just let it load. You come to create agent. It'll be start from scratch, and then you're going to click an outbound agent. And normally, a lot of people they prompt their agents with a normal prompting, but I'll be showing you how to use the Flow Designer, which I think is way better, and you can personalize it a lot more. But I'll show you also a few other things here. We also have the knowledge base, and this is just like basically where you can put information around your business or your client's business. But the actions, and say the most important ones we're going to be using today is the send SMS action, because we have two ways of booking this call. Because obviously we're going to have to book them onto a consultation, like I was on about with that link in that email. So you can have a SMS action. So when the user says they want to book an appointment or a consultation, it sends this message to them with your booking link. Or you can have a real-time booking, so it can actually book it straight into your calendar, practically. So over the phone, let's say someone says, "Oh, okay, let's book the consultation for maybe 3 p.m. on Monday," something like that. All you'll do is literally connect your Go High Level account. It's really easy. Obviously connect it and then select the calendar that you use, or you can come over to cal.com and then connect to cal.com. If you don't use any of these, you don't use cal.com or you don't use Go High Level, I'd say just use this SMS action here. And yeah, but to get a phone number, you obviously come down to phone numbers, click new phone number, buy a number, and I believe they only have 3 different types of numbers here, and it's the US, Australia, and Canada. But I'm not too sure why because normally we have they normally are SMS capable, these numbers. So, but for some reason that one it's not saying it is. But Anyways, if you have a problem with that, you can literally come down to integrations and then come to Twilio, buy a number off Twilio. They're probably about the same price, like $1 a month, if that. And then you can connect your number from Twilio into here. But it's actually come into these agents now. So if I was to come into the agent, I'll show you the prompts for this. But the prompts should be linked below to obviously get these prompts. I'll just show you in a second after. You've got like voice settings here. You can choose your voice here. So you have the patience level low, optimize latency. I'll have it as on. I haven't even played around with these actually, like as of like right now. I have with other callers, but with these callers, I've just kept it the same, and the sound still sound pretty good. But if I was to come to the flow designer now, and this is the workflow, you could say, is that I have. So you have the global settings, and I'll be giving you all of this in the description below, like I said. But it's trained in sales, so let's say someone says we need to think about it. Say I appreciate the major decisions shouldn't be rushed, but while you're thinking about it, your team could be dealing with issues day to day, and just you can read through these once you've got that prompt. But it would say a greeting message. So hi, maybe I don't know, like Daniel. This is Sarah from Calvert Insight. I hope you're doing well. I'm calling because I've been reviewing your account. I've noticed you've had some issues with recent issues. So we'll come over to the recent issues. I see you've had problems with having minor API integration questions, or maybe poor performance, or something like that. Whatever their recent issues are, and then do you have a few minutes to chat about things that are going on with company? And then it would obviously personalize with their company name. Let's say TechStart Solutions or Innovate Lab or whatever their company name is. But then we have the branches here, and basically below also in the prompts, I'll be showing you because the HTTP request that I was on about, that can be a bit tricky sometimes. So I'll put some guidelines of how to set that up, and I'll also have some guidelines of how to properly set this up. But to create this branch, you'd come to here and then click branch, and you'll get two come off like this. And then you'll click this branch, and you want this to go here when the user confirms that they're able to chat in the moment. And this one, you want it to come there if they don't have time to chat. And basically what it's going to do is here's going to be persistent with its approach, basically try and get them to talk about it. And then if not, it'll say, okay, no worries then, and then it'll end the call. And then this one is, it'll probe them a little bit. So I know you're busy, you're running a company, I've been looking at your account shows this with the success metrics early on. However, I'm concerned about recent issues. And basically it's just going to try and book them onto a call. So I'll actually show you this automation in full now, and I'll have a conversation with the AI on the phone, and I'll show you the response in the email. So,
sir, this is Sarah from Calvert
as you can see, it's called me
I
here.
hope you're doing well. I'm calling because I've been reviewing your account, and I noticed you've been experiencing some challenges with needs more training on platform. I want to make sure we're supporting you properly and address any concerns you might have. Do you have a few minutes to chat about how things are going with Foster Creative Agency?
Yeah. Why not? Let's have a chat right now then.
Thanks, Amanda. I really appreciate you taking the time. So, I've been looking at your account and noticed that while we had some great early success, it seems like the learning curve with the platform has been a bit of a challenge lately. Can you share what's been happening from your perspective? I'd love to understand better so we can get this sorted for you.
Yeah, the platform just keeps lagging. It's really bugging out for me right now, and I'm not seeing as much value as I initially paid for.
I hear you, Amanda. That lagging issue sounds super frustrating, especially when you're not feeling like you're getting the value you signed up for. Based on what you're saying and what I'm seeing in your account data, I think there might be a few tweaks we can make to improve performance and get things back on track. Would it help if we set up a quick consultation where I can walk you through some solutions? We could pinpoint exactly what's causing the lag and make sure you're getting the results you deserve. What do you think?
Okay, so how could you help with these problems then? So you just said, we could book that consultation, but what could you actually do for me?
Great question, Amanda. So here's the deal. During the consultation, I dive into your account setup and usage patterns to pinpoint exactly what's causing the lag. Sometimes it's a configuration issue or an overlooked feature that could streamline things for you. I'd also make sure you're fully equipped with training resources tailored to your team's needs, so you can maximize value from the platform without feeling stuck. Plus, if there are any system updates or optimizations we need to roll out on our end, I'll get those prioritized immediately. The goal is simple. Fix what's bugging you and make sure Foster Creative Agency gets back to seeing real results fast. Does that sound like something worth exploring?
Yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's book the consultation then.
Perfect, Amanda. I'll send over a booking link right after this call so you can pick a time that works best for you. Is there anything else you'd like me to address before we set this up?
No, that's it, thank you.
You're welcome, Amanda. I'll send that link shortly. Thanks for taking the time to chat, and I'm looking forward to helping you get this sorted. Have a great day.
Right,
Take care. Goodbye.
Obviously, my name isn't Amanda, but yeah. Obviously, whoever name it is, it was very personalised. Then it was using it throughout, and obviously, it went over the problems, and it could obviously say the problems that it can help with, like there and then. The agent can come up with something on the spot, and it was replied quick. The only problem I'd say was the voice sounded a little bit AI, but you can obviously just change the voice inside a Synthflow. But I would like to say the only reason why this obviously failed here is because I haven't set it up, and that was just to basically show you guys what you're supposed to have inside of here. But to show you actually the upsell agent, 'cause I will show you the prompting for that. It's very similar of like what could be done. So I'll show you. Just give me 1 second while this loads. Yeah. So this time it's David, and he's a strategic account manager at a professional AI automation company, and you're calling high performance clients. And obviously, you could just base this off of whether what your business is or whatever your client's business is. It doesn't have to be an AI automation company; it could be something else. So obviously, if they've shown interest, so client name, you're clearly doing something right at whatever their company, the results are speaking for themselves, and then obviously whatever their success metrics are. I've been working with similar companies to yours. There's typically a point where the success you've achieved creates new opportunities, and basically just tries to upsell them. And if they're not, and then it's going to try and pro them again, just try and book that consultation call. It's going to be like on them, and then we've got a Hail Mary here as well. And then if they're not at all, obviously it will end the call. But if they do, and then it will send that SMS booking action. And obviously, if you want it to book it straight into your calendar, then use that action like I showed you there. And if not, then you can use the SMS like I just used on the call then. But basically, to wrap it up, you can either use this as your first automation that you're selling, or if you want to sell this sort of automation, you can probably set it up for anywhere between like $1,000 and $3,000, depending on like just there's so many factors, isn't there? I can't exactly put a price on it, but it's definitely worth something because it can obviously make a company a lot of money from their existing clients, and it's also going to save them a lot of time and a lot of even money on just hiring staff to do this themselves. So. But yeah, anyway, I hope you got value from this video. And always, guys, just leave a comment on what you guys want to see or if you've got any feedback. So yeah, I hope you got value from this, and I'll see you in the next one.